Hello, this is part 2 of the Final Fantasy Tactics Guide. In the previous battle and video, we worked on getting our clerics, or chemists rather, leveled up slightly, and we used that so we could create a black mage with
you have my strength.
one of our chemists, and we changed the job class to black mage. And as you can see now, I put the black mage in our battle here. We're going to take some of our other 2 units and also try and get some more job points and levels as well, so we can get a little bit more powerful than the basic cleric class, which doesn't have many abilities to go with it.
Looks like
and
this
here
one's
we
still
have
alive.
Our inner dialogue
What
between
do we do with
the
him?
enemies and ourselves.
What do you think we do with him?
Right then. Your luck's run out, knave. If ever you had any.
At last, one of the Order's patrols.
The Corpse Brigade. And they've a hostage in their midst.
So when you get presented with this option here, be sure and do the first option.
first duty is
that
to
is
defeat the brigade.
better of the 2.
The enemy
Because
stands
if you
before
choose the
us.
second option
Attack!
and the guest party member here is killed,
You would stand by and
then
watch
you
as
will
they kill
have
an innocent.
to get a game over. But if you
I
pick
hadn't
the
planned on
first
giving them the
option,
chance.
you get some bravery, and this prevents the game over.
I would have
should
saved him
indeed
myself had
the
it come to it.
the guest star here gets killed. We need to defeat all enemies, and we also want this character here to survive.
Reinforcements.
Arga.
Not too soon.
Victory
He'll
is
start
mine.
off as a guest, killing off this first
Down
enemy,
with you. You got me.
and get some experience for it. And thankfully, he comes over to us, which will make it easier for us to protect him. And in addition to that, we don't want him killing off too many of these enemies, because we want that opportunity for ourselves to gain experience and job points. So we do have a new enemy type over on the right hand side of the screen, which is like a wolf-like
I
creature.
am ready.
As you can see, the black mage in this game is very similar to the first black mage in Final Fantasy 1. It also looks like Vivi from Final Fantasy 9, which is one of the other platinum guides I did. As you can see, the black mage in this game has the ability to cast fire now, and black magic will be a key part of being able to complete some battles. So I'm gonna throw a stone at a dead body, which fortunately does nothing.
Where to, then? Not bad, eh?
As you can see, the enemies are starting to approach us. We're starting to take some damage. black mage is pretty much surrounded, which isn't great. But here we're gonna take on this wolf cat-like enemy with wings up. And so this is my first time casting black magic. As you can see, there's a little warning about an aim associated with it. And you can choose either a tile or a unit. So I'm going to try the tile version here. As you can see, it does not happen instantaneously like it does for regular attacks. So black magic apparently has a wait time associated with it. And with Emblem here we do get some more experience, but here's the fire ability. Which fortunately we took out ourselves in that
I shall win
manner,
glory.
which is kind of weird. So he kills himself. But hopefully we have a Phoenix Down so we can revive him. Phoenix Downs are the primary item in the Final Fantasy series for reviving your characters. And it looks like it's the same for tactics here. Certainly a strange game so far when it comes to the tactics in general. It's hard with the understanding when things can be attacked or not, and can't get things on adjacent squares. You move kind of after you attack. It's kind of a strange tactics game.
What's my next move?
But granted, I just played Persona 5 Tactica, so that's my current base of reference, which was a far more recent game than this one, as far as the original element to it, this being of course a remaster of a game that came out in '97, I believe. So Delita killed
Lost. It's
that
time.
enemy there. And looks like we'll be able to use the Phoenix Down on the Black Mage, which is great. Because I would not like to lose him after we gained a level with him, and we also
On your feet.
changed his job class.
In the nick of time.
And Argath is gonna, in kind, give us a potion
Be more
to heal
careful.
us back up to snuff, because 9 HP would not be great.
I'm ready.
My turn.
So we're gonna have Ramza still. See if we can engage this wolf character. Jupiter. And it takes some damage, but still has a lot of health left. It's kind of surprising to me that this early on in the game, we need multiple moves just to kill basic enemies.
Nothing to fear.
So this time I managed to cast the fire spell correctly. I didn't get killed in the process. Fortunately, Demi takes the death blow.
My turn.
Which isn't great because he's a guest character, but that's alright. We take some claw damage here from Jupiter, the fox or wolf or whatever, but that's nothing we can't handle.
Right.
Ready.
We're continuing to just maneuver around. There you can see one of the enemies died and became a crystal. This is a new concept. And since I don't need the HP and MP for Gerhardt here, I will go ahead and take the crystal instead of using it to restore my health. If you're in bad shape, you can of course use the crystal or have a party member in bad health yourself get to that crystal. I did that attack on Nargoth there just to get some more experience. And he could easily take it.
My turn.
Just need to take out this wolf here. As you can see here, I screwed up and kept my back turned against the wolf.
Leave it to me.
Initiated a Venom Bang attack. Got very lucky and I was able to dodge it. crystal and a treasure chest has emerged. So we'll go ahead and try and grab these instead of finishing off the battle, see if they're worth it. Another set of clothes, nothing great there. Wonder if these items are ever going to be worth getting. You think given the turn radius and time, they should be pretty good enemies. Or items, rather. So we'll go to get this next chest here. And it's another set of clothing, which isn't great. Makes me wonder if I should just end these battles and not worry about them as going forward. So, Argareth killed off the wolf, which finalizes this battle. And
I'll be
Argareth
fine.
is safe.
It is for the Marquis's safety, I fear.
The Marquis? The Marquis Elmdor de Limbury was here.
The very same. And to whom do I owe my gratitude?
We are Knights Apprentice from the Academy at Garreland. We may be able to help you. But first, I would hear more.
My name is Argath.
So, as you can see here, we have Argath, who is the introduction of one of the characters that we will be adding as a guest member to our party. We also have him introducing us to Delita and Ramza. Ramza knows that he is a Bolvi, and here he mentions that Delita is a friend of his, and Argath, of course, is kind of surprised of Ramza's background, given that he is familiar with nobility and knows that Ramza's line comes from a higher order. So, with this, Argath is looking for this Marquise that has been kidnapped. And so he is looking for aid between Ramza and Delita. As you can see here, he's begging for help.
Who's to say your Marquis is to be killed anyway? The corpse brigade
And yeah, they're saying he should be killed.
Of that, you can be sure.
There's little we alone can do against their main host in any case. If the Marquis has been taken hostage, Egros will be in an uproar. You can be sure of that, too.
Then before all else, we will report into Egros. Are we agreed?
Agreed. We'll start there.
So there you go. We can see we have added Argath as a guest member to our party. But remember, guest members to our party, although they can be great in helping battles and in general, we don't want to rely on the guest members to do too much of the work, because then they will get experience.
You do honor to our name, my brother, and to me.
I am glad.
Oh? You would not seem it.
I am. Forgive me. Your words do me far more honor than I have done you. No doubt word has already reached you, but the Marquis de Limbury's carriage was waylaid, and the Marquis taken. What have you in mind to do?
I have already asked Zalbarg to dispatch a squad in pursuit. These brigands must eventually come forth to demand ransom. That is, assuming the Marquis yet lives.
I beg of you, Count Beowulf. Lend me 100 men that I might hunt the Horsens down. Please, my lord, grant me the means to avenge my fallen friends.
Mayhap your ears fail you. I said that a squad is to be dispatched. You are not a man of Galleon. Leave her affairs to those of us who are.
But, my lord...
Do not assume to beg favors of me. Let me remind you, Argath, lest you forget your place. You are but another sword, not yet even knighted. The two of you will remain here at Egros and serve among the castle guard. You needn't worry. Danger is not like to visit these walls.
My own house was once respected as highly as House Beowulf, you know? At least, until my grandfather was captured during the war, after his fortress was overrun. In hopes of saving his own hide, he divulged intelligence about our forces. Positions, numbers, supply routes, whatever it took, he rendered up to the enemy. He turned traitor, thinking to buy his freedom with the lives of his friends. But his freedom scarce outlived his honor. He was not a dozen paces out of the gate when the dagger found his back, killed by some common squire, no more a knight than I. One of his supposed comrades spread word of his misdeeds. My lord father would have none of it, of course. But he was the only one. Our bannerman deserted us. Our reputation ruined. I suppose I had best remember my place. Your lord brother has no reason to lend ear to pleas from the likes of me.
Delita! Delita!
Tidra! Alma! Zalbark!
Ramza, you've come home!
It has been some time, hasn't it, Zalbark?
I heard about Garland. They say you made short work of those brigands. Now you've truly the right to call yourself a Beowulf. Father would be proud.
Thank you, Lord Brother.
You certainly haven't changed. Gods forbid you show a bit of cheer on being praised. And you, Delita, do not think word of your deeds escapes our ears. Your sister's been so full of pride I quite fear she might burst.
Worry not, my seams have held. Glad to see you looking so well, Delita.
And are you? Have you settled in at school?
Yes, the others have all been quite kind to me.
Would that we could speak at greater leisure, but there are duties that require my attendance. Rogues do not catch themselves.
I understand. Good luck.
Oh, we received a note of ransom from the Corpse Brigade.
What?
Something about it sits unwell with me. They are anarchists, to be sure, bent on bringing down the aristocracy. But they fancy themselves righteous, and prey only on the nobility and those in our employ. Indeed, when they took hostages in the past, they demanded only in exchange for their captured brethren. Would such as they truly kidnap the Marquis for want of coin?
Why wouldn't they? They're naught but common footpads. What would they know of honor?
One of the men I dispatched to watch them has not returned. I suspect he learned something of import and was caught for it. However, there are those who do not think some mere spy worth a search party's efforts.
Where was he last known to be?
In Dorta, the merchant city east of Galleon. Guarding a castle grows dreadfully dull. Wouldn't you agree?
Forgive us, Teacher. It seems we must be leaving sooner than we had planned.
Don't worry about me. Just take care of yourself.
I will. Mind your studies. I'll be back before you've even noticed I'm gone. Let's be on our way.
Teacher puts on a brave face, but the truth is not as honeyed as her words.
What do you mean?
She has a hard time of it at school. The others tease her for being lowborn. Forgive me. I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sure you have worries enough of your own. Teacher will be all right. I'm here to look after her.
Then there is naught to worry about. But mind your own limits. You can't be responsible for everything.
Says the brother who never fails to do any and all that is expected of him. Unless you forget, I'm no less a Beowulf than you. It'll take more than a few mean-spirited school peers to get the better of me. But please, don't lose sight of yourself, Ramza. You needn't let your life be ruled by the fact you were born a Beowulf.
Now you're starting to sound like Mother.
Ramza.
So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to head into the outfitter again and take a look at some items here, because you want to restock, of course. As you can see, I'm buying a bowgun. This is good if you have and should have an archer in your party, because they're great for long range. You'll want to buy a bronze helm if you have certain classes like knights or anything, and same with the linen cuirass. These are the type of items that you need to purchase to kind of upgrade your armor, because it's key to obviously staying alive. And battle boots are a great accessory in this game. I've been swapping them around between my existing characters, but you can, of course, now that we have some more money, we can buy it and make sure each one has a new one. And if you're ever short on money, you can sell your old clothing or old equipment in general, because they of course don't have any value anymore to the stuff that you're needing. So be sure that you're doing that over the course of the game if you need or are hurting for money. And that's going to be what we need to do just throughout the course of the game. And then here, of course, you see we have the tavern. The tavern is what you can go to read some rumors, which are just some little snippets to help explain the story or just further propagate what's happening in the game in general. So feel free to read them at your leisure if need be. I don't know if there's a trophy related to that yet. I'm not gonna have to look it up. But that's just something else we should consider, is just reading those or browsing those rumors, just in case there is a trophy associated with it. And then, of course, go ahead and go back to the menu and switch out your gear accordingly with what you bought. Later in the game, I realized that you can more easily determine the equipment across the characters by pressing triangle and then up R3 to see who actually can use the equipment and who it actually is an upgrade for. So that's something that I'll try and do in the future going forward next time I'm in the outfitter.
What is it? A fine choice.
Well, what do you want? How refreshing.
So after that bit of story sequence, I'm gonna head back to the Mandalia Plain. If you do go to the Mandalia Plain and you don't get triggered for a fight, you can simply just go to the Mandalia Plain and press X. This will cause you to search for enemies, and then this will initiate a battle. And in this one,
Just try
we're
to
gonna
stop
set
me.
up 5 units, and we're just gonna try and level up some of our
Leave this to me.
characters, get some more GP. But one of the reasons that we're coming back here
Understood.
also is we're gonna try and get some buried treasure for another trophy.
We will triumph.
So as you can see, we're in the back in the Mandalia Plain. We have
Right.
a chocobo,
Forward.
one of those cat enemies, and an imp. So we've got some slightly different enemies, and that's kind of seems how it is for the battles that aren't story related. You'll have some variations in the enemies, and it's probably dependent somewhat on your classes and levels and so forth. There you go. As you can see, we moved up a couple of spaces there, and we found buried treasure or buried items. And
Nothing to fear.
as you can see, this one's a oak staff, so that's
Seek and
actually
you shall
not
find.
bad at all. It could easily be a worse item like a potion or something. There's a common version of these items, and then there's a rare version of these items. And it's of course, when you step on the tile that's associated with the buried item, it will be random if you get the common or the rare. Not exactly sure what the percentages are, but so that's one of the reasons why we went back to the Mandalia Plain. One, to get that trophy pretty easily, because it's really right in front of us. And the second reason is we're gonna just try and work on getting some job points and experience for our characters, because the story battles in this game can be relatively difficult if you're not maintaining some level. So you can get your way through it, but sometimes it's pretty hard, and trying to eliminate some of the luck variance in this game when you have a little bit of a level set, or you have some
My
gold
turn.
to buy equipment, which is the most important thing. And as you can see, like finding that oak staff, maybe you'll find a sword, some items that might be upgrades, or just potions in general. You die a lot in this game, so you also get attacked a lot in this game, so you want to be always ready to heal with chemists. Have at least a chemist or two in your party, especially early on, because you just are weak, take so much damage, and so forth. So that chocobo did some damage to Laisha there. She survived, thank goodness. And since the chocobo was the first to really engage us, it will be the first one that we try and take down as well. So these chocobos also have this ability, and here they're explaining it, called counterattack. if this game wasn't hard enough already, they can also do this counterattack. So as you can see, Chocobo retaliated for 8 damage, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you really only have around 40 HP, it adds up pretty quickly. See, this one did another 10 damage. The counterattack is really not to be taken lightly, and so the best way to obviously counteract this is with your long-range characters such as black mages or archers, but we don't have one in this battle. We just have our lowly squires and chemists. We do have this knight, and he should be able to render out some damage. And of course, if you kill the enemy, you won't take the counter damage like we're about to do here. So we killed off that Chocobo. He got in quite a bit of damage with his counterattacks, but the knight finished him off. So we still have a cat and a couple of imps. An imp and a couple of cats. And these enemies aren't too bad. But as you can see, it's picked up a counter as well. Did a solid 12 damage, so counters are pretty deadly. So we got a nice evasion there. Those seem to be pretty random. I'm sure over the course of the game, if you get some abilities, maybe it will increase the odds that you evade or counter or so forth. We got another claw attack. I'm gonna use a potion to heal up Ramza here, because he took up so much counter damage. The way this game works, it's kind of hard to follow a guide because the way the enemies move, the way the enemies spawn might be different in your game. I'm not sure how random these things are, but at least you can still follow the general idea of what I'm doing or you can of course just see what trophies I get and make sure that you get them along the way. But this is a hard game. It's way harder than I expected on just normal difficulty. This battle sometimes you'll get the first try, but sometimes you might not, given the if you get some bad luck, you'll get some evasions or things like that. But that's one of the reasons why we're doing the Mandalia Plain here, just to get a little bit more job points. With the Chocobo dead, we're going to start flanking our way on the right to start attacking these other enemies while Ramsey takes care of that cat. We got a nice stone throw attack in there just to try and chip away at the enemy's health. Yeah, that's another thing in this game. The health of enemies is no joke. I mean, even this knight is one of the best attackers in the game, especially front on, and we can't kill this cat here. It still takes it's gonna take another bit of damage just to kill him, and there's a chance that it could have missed or it could have countered. There's just a lot of variance in this game that can make it difficult.
My turn.
Pretty high attack. We were projected 16. Did 24, which is great. there's one thing that's certain is offense in this game is very critical. Really important to be aggressive and just kill your enemies. So the chemists are of course pretty weak. They can take a good amount of damage because they don't have really good armor or shields or anything like that. So as you can see, we're taking 15 to 20, 12 to 15 damage from these claw attacks, plus the counters. So this battle's by no means easy, given it's just a random competition that we've tried to do for leveling. So there's no gimme levels in this game, at least early on. But we'll use this potion to try and patch ourselves up. We'll do an evasive stance instead. I may not have had potions.
Nothing to fear.
Counter kill this.
Someone, help me.
Got a revenge here at Elazar, but fortunately we get took a death. But I'll finish off this cat here, which leaves just 2 enemies. 1 imp and 1 cat.
It's time.
Generate damage there.
Gotta turn this around.
Unfortunately, this imp is just out of
My turn.
reach.
I ain't done yet.
And in this turn here, we're not going to be able to inflict damage either because the cat and the
I'm
imp
ready.
are out of range. The knight does great damage, but his movement, of course, is terrible to compensate for that. We took a heavy tackle attack there with 15 damage. gonna heal Bird Squire here. And we should be able to start doing damage on this imp here. Or goblin rather.
It's time.
Thankfully, due to that strike, we got a level with Ramsey. And now we're in escape here because we're cornered by
I feel
the
stronger.
cat and the goblin. I'm probably not going to be able to make it here. Because I moved too far away. Yep, see, I can't. Fortunately, can't throw a stone over this rock here. Doesn't make too much sense. Might be too slow to get to it. I was hoping to. So I didn't have any Phoenix Downs. Otherwise, I would have taken the turn to try and resurrect that Seldihi. That's what happens sometimes in this game. Is you try and come to battle prepared, but you're not totally there. But try and make sure you buy Phoenix Downs before you go into battles.
My
I
turn.
learned that the hard way. But another thing that you have to make sure you consider is if you buy a Phoenix Down, make sure that your chemist can actually use the Phoenix Down ability. You don't want to be in a situation where I've been also where I had the Phoenix Down, but I don't have a chemist that can use the Phoenix Down. And that's frustrating as well. As you can see, not all enemies that die leave a treasure chest. Sometimes they'll leave these crystals, and those crystals will restore your HP and MP. There's also instances where you will get a ability from the crystal, which is really nice, and that is going to be a trophy, but unfortunately I don't have it. But here's the example where I was hoping to go over here and resurrect Sildihi here, but I don't have her with the ability for Phoenix Down. So that's really frustrating.
No turning back.
We got Elazar back up to strength. One of our squires here. He's able to take part in the damage now that he's been healed. So hopefully within a couple turns here, should be able to finish this off.
Not bad, eh?
That counter is just rough. Bad news. as you can see, I did 20 damage to this cat here, but they still have a good chunk of health left. Like I said, these enemies do not go down easy in this game, even at low levels. Wish we had some of the skills that they opened up the game with. Could be a big help for sure. We're nowhere near getting anything close to that. We're going to get behind this imp or goblin and attack it and finally still alive. Maybe if you were in this situation, maybe you would have got luckier and got a better kit, but unfortunately the goblin lived. We took some counter damage. This shows how
Leave it to me!
just a little bit of variance in this game goes a long way. But at least we killed off the wolf cat. We got a level there for our knight. And the goblin is on his last legs here.
All in a day's work.
There you can see Summerhill died. And that's why I was frustrated that the goblin did not die in that turn. If he had, she would not have been lost forever.
Right.
But it's just as well to demonstrate and show what happens should that scenario come up. If your character is not resurrected within 3 turns or the 4 turns or whatever it is, if you see those empty hearts, that character will die forever. It will not respawn. It will not do anything. It is gone forever. So that is an interesting concept in this game, this permadeath scenario that is in Final Fantasy Tactics. So try and be sure you don't get yourself into that scenario, because if you do, you're dead forever. She was just at level 1, so I'm not going to stress over it too much. It's not like she was an integral part of the game or story or anything at this point.
Now or
She was
never.
struggling even in that first round. But the more important thing here is I'm going to try and make sure that these characters don't die going forward, because I'm just investing a lot more into their well-being and their abilities, so I really will not want to
My
do
turn.
any more deaths. So I was going around playing with these crystals, seeing if I could also get the trophy for the crystal ability. Unfortunately, none of them showed up as abilities. They were just restoring my MP. So I'm going to try and go over here and finish off this last goblin.
It's time. Are you alright?
Back in the fight!
Whatever it takes.
Get out of the shield parry there. Now we're gonna finish off this goblin. We had that permadeath there, so try and avoid that going forward. You can go to the castle and buy a new party member should this happen. If you want to replace
I can get even stronger.
that character, but I won't be doing it just because I feel like I have enough on my hands already. But that's gonna be so there. If you go to the Warriors Guild, like I show here, feel free to buy a replacement for anybody that may have died. You can rename your characters to names that you enjoy more if you'd like. You could even rename them to the ones I'm using if you want,
How
just
can I
to
help
make
you
it a
this
little
day?
bit more
Anyone meet your needs?
easy to follow. You have different names. But anyway, that's going to take care of part 2 of this trophy guide. But we got another trophy out of the way for Finders Keepers in part 2
you'll
here.
hire this cell sword for the
And we
agreed
got
fee?
another story battle done with the
Is there
Mandalia
what
Plain.
else?
So
Yep,
see
when
you
you
in the
need
next
hands,
one.
I'm here.
Welcome. Talk catch your eye. May I be? Don't be a stranger now.